From watching the game back last weekend, what did you learn from that you can take forward?
More control on the possession and more balance ending position in attack in order not to concede easy counterattacks, especially that.
I take it from your point of view, not too much panic or issue with that, given it was only the second game of the season and these players are still gelling together?
No, I think the first 20 minutes were fantastic. After what happens in the game, and we discuss it after the game, which is no point to discuss it again at this moment in time, the answer the players give on the training sessions was so good, but really so good, especially in a long week on the first 3 days, that I told you today we just need to recover the boys, like tomorrow recover it again, because they put so many passion on the training, too much effort. So that's the best answer the boys give. 5 games playing in a row the way we did it is not easy. We were getting that momentum. We already analyze and forget what happened in Saturday. It's not going definitely to affect next game. So we are working hard and looking forward for next Saturday to keep the good things we were doing, and we know that we are capable to do it again.
Do you think you'll be stronger for that? You talked about
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what the song says. That's what I really believe.
You've appealed Ryan Jack's red card. Can you give us your thoughts?
It should be on the way, and maybe after this press conference we will know it. We work the 2 options, the 2 possibilities. Of course, if he cannot play, Jordan Rawson will take his position, but we need to know what's coming out from there.
You were unhappy with the referee's performance, is that fair to say?
It's not up to me. I did that comment after the game, period. After that, period. I have nothing else to say regarding to that. And the only thing I can tell you regarding to the referees, normally I'm the first one to defend and understand how difficult it is for them to do their job as well.
Is it, from that point of view, is it you don't see a point in focusing too much on the referees? Can it be counterproductive in that sense?
No. I don't want to push no one. I know that we have all the time 3 teams on the pitch. One of the teams is the referees team, so they are going to do their very best for sure. And we are just need to be focused in our emotional balance, in our tasks, in our work as a team, understand what the game is needing from us, and doing our very best to win. That's all.
We spoke to you after the Motherwell game. You spoke about how you wanted the team to play with a greater intensity this season, a greater tempo. Is there a concern that getting the boys to be able to do that for 90 minutes, they're not quite there yet? They can do it in spells, but getting them to play with that tempo all the way through?
No, it's impossible to play with that tempo all the way and with 90 minutes, but it's easy to control it. So pace and control needs to be with a close relation. If you get it, if you get the momentum of the game, and of course if you are leading the game, having the score on your side. So we believe that what we need to control, it's those moments when we don't control the game, having the possession, and especially having a balanced position in attack. So that's what we are working, especially along this week.
How encouraged are you by the start Morelos has made to his time here?
Sorry?
Morelos, how encouraged are you by
Morelos? Alfredo. He's doing brilliant. I mean, a young boy that comes with that data, scoring goals, and arrives and in 2 goals scores 3 goals, having other occasions to keep scoring. He's a fighter as well, as you see. And when he's losing the ball, he's the first one that tried to recover the ball back and avoid to the opponent to see depth or to connect passes. So it's important also in that moment. So he's doing his work like all the others. Some of them are getting adapted quicker, others take a little bit more time, but the question is that we have total confidence on the boys that we have in our squad.
Going back to Ryan, I know you say you obviously appealed the decision, you feel it was a harsh decision, but can he be wiser in the sense of not getting himself involved in that situation and take himself out of that situation so he doesn't make the referee make a decision? Is there can he show,
For my players, of course, I can try to for them to control the emotional balance. Sometimes we take bad referees' decision here on the training sessions for them to understand that sometimes the things are going in that direction and might happen. So it's the only thing that you can train under these circumstances and alert the players to be focused on the task. So that's what we did on part of the analysis after the match. But I cannot control what the other players or from the opponent's teams are doing. I just can't control minds, and I hope that minds have that focus and that orientation, because one of the points we have definitely is to finish all the matches with 11. So that's our focus. Our work, the way they give the fantastic answer, working even harder along this week, and of course always looking forward to do the things on next Saturday, knowing that we have a sold-out stadium again and we are going to have a no match and show ourselves and our fans that it was something that happened, was not expecting, and we need to look forward.
Have you sensed that opposition teams have trying to target your players, trying to wind them up, trying to get
I don't
a reaction?
care about. Look, the other opponents, they do, and they play the football that they want. It's not up to me to comment that. I just need to understand what's going on and what type of opponent we are going to face, and what type of behaviors might have that opponent. That's all I need to care. But that I'm not going to commentate it here. So it's something that we analyze, and we spoke with our players and prepare our players to know the way opponents play and the way the opponents behave in order for us to be ready to everything in the game.
In terms of the appeal, are you successful? In terms of Ryan Jack's appeal, you think that will be successful?
I'm always positive. I mean, if I was not positive in that, I should not making the appeal. So we believe we can get a good answer from that. But if not, we just need to respect the decision. That's the way the things are working, and that's the way we need to understand it if it goes in another direction rather than the one you are expecting.
There were many flashpoints in last weekend's game.
I don't want to talk more about...
No, I was just going to ask.
We are here to talk about arts, and we are focused about arts. I tell you already that our players, without us, spoke nothing about on the first day, after the day off. They came here, we didn't spoke about the match, we just analyzed it the day after, and they give a fantastic answer by training hard and hard and hard. So that's the best answer I can get. I don't need to speak about points that I was really clear pointing them on the right moment, on the right place, and on the right time. So let's look forward, let's look for hearts, let's respect the next opponent, let's focus on next match, and let's do everything to win it.
Pedro, in a wider sense, you've been here 6 months now, or thereabouts, and you've experienced the madness of Old Firm games, and last week's was again, I guess, a different kind of experience, but we've seen this week that your opponent in the dugout last week has been subjected to threats. What do you make of the kind of intensity here of Scottish football? Because last week was an example, the Old Firm games are an example, and there appeers to be a serious intensity here maybe you've not experienced before.
No, it's just one point that you need to understand, respect, and know how to deal with it, that's all. That's all.
Do you think
it's part of football as well. It's the way people live football, and in the passion you live football and you live your club, so it's something that you need to understand and know how to deal with it. That's all.
Do you think fans in Scotland maybe need to take a step back?
No, I think fans in Scotland love their clubs, they are passionate about football, and they live it just like that.
What do you make then of Hearts and the challenge on Saturday? Because they've obviously not got a permanent head coach at the moment.
In that, I can tell you that for sure it's going to be a tough game. It's one game that John is trying to do is very bad, change a little bit between Celtic and Kilmarnock game. So we are expecting a little bit more. So also they are having an appeal, you know. So we don't know if Gonçalves is going to play or not, if Jamie is going to come back and play on his position. But I think we might expect one team playing in 4-4-2, similar, leaving 2 players up in front for the transitions. Lafferty, I mean, everybody knows, is a great player. So a different challenge, tough challenge, but we want to say presence, and we want to say that we are working hard to get our momentum, and we will keep doing for it.
Are you still intent on maybe bringing in 1 or 2 more players before the deadline?
Until the deadline, too many things might happen. So we are on the market like everyone, and we hope to get on the right direction. What I can tell you, since what I told since the very beginning, is that everybody in this club knows what we need, everybody in this club knows what we want, and we are together on it.
Team use any injuries, fresh injuries?
So far so good, so far clean sheet, so we hope to have it tomorrow. We still have another session, and we hope to have a clean sheet for Saturday.